That's right, folks. Rick Grimes is back with Stuff and Fangs, trying to save the second half of season 6 of The Walking Dead. Because the first half of Walking Dead, it was kind of dull. Okay, granted, yes, you had the episode where you had the Assassin's Creed Carol, when the wolves came in and they were attacking Alexandria. And you also had the episode where Nicholas shot himself, which led everybody to debate whether Glenn was dead or not, which I believe he wasn't. Like, I guess, like, the whole season was trying to show, like, people from Alexandria trying to get along with Rick and his group. But it was just too much story, man. Too much story. Like, way too much story. Like, in that Morgan episode, hour and a half, it was all about Morgan just learning Aikido. And speaking of which, if Morgan knows Aikido, and this whole, I'm not gonna kill even if the person's that evil. I mean, motherfucker, Steven Seagal knows Aikido. He's been snapping people's necks since goddamn 1988. He may run like a girl, but at least he snapped people's necks. This is the apocalypse. You cannot give people second chances, otherwise you're gonna wind up like this character. Remember him? Tyrese did that. Tyrese gave people second chances, and guess what? He lost a beloved Bob because Tyrese was too sensitive to actually do something about it. Enough of that. We're gonna talk about my review for the mid-season premiere. I'm gonna tell you right now, the mid-season premiere was really good. From the very beginning, the Saviors pulled over Daryl, Sasha, and Abraham, and they raided their van, and the guy had the 2 guns on them. He's like, you know, I'm not gonna kill you, but then again, you know what? I guess I am. And he's about to shoot them, and then bam! They explode. And they didn't even show you how they explode for like 10 seconds, or probably even more. But he found out that Daryl had the rocket launcher, which, by the way, Abraham must have got that rocket launcher off the zombie that was hanging off the fence. You know, when Abraham was screaming, you know, I guess he couldn't get to the rocket launcher, then he picked the box of stogies. Yeah, I think that he probably smoked the cigar, went back there, killed the zombie, and got the rocket launcher, which, by the way, I said that from the get-go. I was like, why didn't he just, like, go, you know, and just right to the zombie's head, just take the damn rocket launcher. What I really liked about it the most, what made me jump out of my chair, and I was really, like, rooting, yes, is the fact that they stuck with the comics when it came to Rick, Carl, Jesse, Ron, and Sam. The fact that Sam, even Chris Hardwick from Talking Dead, you know, was making fun of Sam. We were all making fun of Sam. And the simple fact that he has to go, Mom, while they're trying to walk through the horde of zombies. And you're just like, you want to grab the kid, go, shut up, you know, but no, you can't do that. But I think that his mom might have done it, you know, but I know everybody must be like trying to strangle that kid. He does shut up. I'll give him that. He shut up. It wasn't like he kept going, Mom. Like, he did that a few times, and they went through. And then they had a little opening where they could go to the church. So Rick gives Gabriel, Judith, and Jesse wanted Sam to go with them. But Sam, I give Sam credit. You know, he wanted to stick with his mom, wanted to show that he was brave. I guess we were all saying it's a bad idea, but he went with them anyway. And here comes the part of where most people are like, holy shit, Sam did die, unfortunately, because he had Carol's voice in his head, just talking about, like, you know, the creatures outside are gonna get him. And the funny thing is, I always tell my brother that, you know, it's kind of Carol's fault that he died, you know, because, you know, she said that to him, and he's looking around, and, you know, he hears her voice in his head, and he's looking at the dead kid, like, walking around, and that's what Carol said, you know, and he's like, thinking about it, he's freaking out, he's, you know, frozen, and Rick and Jesse are trying to get him to snap out of it. All of a sudden, it's like a zombie movie. You think that someone's gonna be fine, but boom, they're not. And that's the way the kitty crumbles, I guess. I know, I'm mad. In that event, that's when Jesse was distraught that her youngest son was, you know, dying in front of her, and she was in shock, she was crying, and, you know, they were all, like, holding hands, like, when they were, you know, moving away. So she's holding Carl's hand, and the zombies got her. Rick was shocked, and you saw flashbacks of, you know, Jesse, like, looking at Rick, and honestly, I like that scene because you could tell that how much, like, Rick, you know, really wanted to be with her. Fact is that it wasn't gonna happen. Rick snapped out of it because he was realizing that she was pulling Carl down, and he grabbed the machete, and at that point, I shit you not, I got off my chair. I was like, oh my god! Because in the comic book, that's what he did. He, you know, the woman was going down, and Rick grabbed the machete, chopped her hand off in order to save Carl. Ron, you know, he's got the gun pointed at Rick. I guess he looked at Rick for being the reason why, I guess, his whole family died. You know, Rick killed his father. Rick led this whole plan for them to go out. His little brother died, then his mother died. So his whole family's dead because of Rick. And, you know, you can't blame him for that, but the kid's such a dick. So, and then Michonne just comes out of nowhere and just impales him with the sword. I was like, I think I woke the neighbors. Because I was like, yeah! You know, I was like celebrating. You know, I wish I had more confetti. At the same time, I guess we saw the gunfire. And then you see Carl, and his eye is missing, and he's like, Dad? And he falls to the ground. And I was screaming like, yes! Yes! I know a lot of people were screaming no, and they probably asked me why I was screaming yes, but again, this was part of the comic. You know, now I think about it, you kind of hear that song from A Christmas Story. You'll shoot your eye out, you'll shoot your eye out. I guess Rick just lost his mind. He went to season 3 mode, where like, when Laurie died, he went and, you know, the cell block started slashing the zombies. That's what he was doing with Alexandria. He just lost his mind. I guess he probably thought that Carl died, and he just didn't care anymore. He was slashing zombies left and right. And then all of a sudden you see more people from Alexandria like looking from their houses, looking outside their windows and seeing the commotion, and then realizing at that moment, this was the coolest moment, was that they were realizing that they had to take a stand. It's their home, they gotta fight for it. So they take whatever weapons they can and they just start, come out there and they're helping, they're kicking, they're slashing and all that. This episode was really good, and the reason why it was good is because Greg Nicotero directed it, and I really think that Greg Nicotero should really direct most of the episodes of Walking Dead. That way we could get away from the lackluster filler episodes, because every time he directs it, it's always gonna be action-packed, it's always gonna be gory, it's always gonna have so many zombies, because it's his vision, his way. What do you guys think? Do you guys actually agree with me? Tell me what you guys think in the comments below. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button, hit that share button. Let's get this thing going. Also, the music in the background, it is my mix of The Walking Dead. I actually did the video a while ago with season 2 of the video game. So if you guys actually want to check that out, wait for the video to end, and I'll give you the link. Until then, keep it brutal. Guys.